Hi there, it's me, some guy you probably don't know. Unless you watched the last video, then you might. I'm making a game, and challenging myself to actually do that for at least 100 days this year. I call the game Mementos, because it's about memories associated with objects you find around the world. You know, like how a memento is an object with memories associated with it and stuff. I'm very clever, I know. You can hear about the first 25 days of my challenge at the end of this video linked in the YouTube card thing. When I left off, I had a basic system where you could walk around, equip items, and use 3 of the tools that were working just fine before I started over in Godot. Also, I decided on a new opening where this weird rose has you strangled and you have to break out. Then the 25 days were up. On day 26, I drew this little guy. I call him the Rosebud. My goal for this quarter of my 100-day challenge was to set up a scenario where you would be taught the combat mechanics of the game. And you can't very well do that without some cool enemies to beat up. I got the Rosebud walking around. He follows a random pattern of waiting around and then choosing a direction to walk off in. So yeah, since I'm far enough away, it's probably just going to go back and forth like this forever. The choice is weighted so that if you're near, he'll try to walk toward you. But if you're really far away, he just picks a spot and goes there. I added a damage component to him so that when you bump into him, he hurts you. And that meant the arms race was on. The player would need to take revenge, so I gave the player a way to fight back. Actually, I gave the player 3 ways to fight back, with a swing, a chop, and a stab attack. I figured the chop and stab techniques could be upgrades you learn as you play. I made them follow the same pattern as the equipable tools. You can put the attacks on any of the equip slots. And I did all of it without any issues whatsoever. Essentially, if I'm swinging when I get hit, then I am now in an infinite sword glitch. Okay, but that was just the one time. I didn't have any other problems with the hitbox sticking around. Swing this way, and then it stays there. And you just walk past it. They explode. Anyway, the point of the game is that you won't always have the sword with you. So when you put the sword down and turn into a defenseless little guy, you have to use your brain to fight back. But I always planned for an endgame item that lets you just keep swinging your sword anyway. So I took a second to add the small player's rainbow toy sword. And then after all these attacks the player had, it was starting to feel a little one-sided. So I added an attack state to the Rosebud where he could roll into a ball and attack you. And you better believe it's glitchy as can be. I'm not even going to try to defend that one. After killing this poor little Rosebud for the millionth time though, I felt a little bad. I mean, look at this little guy. He's kinda cute. He never did anything to me. But I know of a different enemy. A much older nemesis of mine. The box. The same box I could never get the player to push in any of my previous builds. No matter how hard I tried, I always ended up with some sort of bug. It deserved my ire. All of my malice and hate could be disposed of by destroying one after another. But it wasn't enough to merely destroy the box. I needed to feel the destruction. I added a hit particle so that I could see the box's pain. I added screen shake to feel its fear. Sound effects too. Again and again I added juice until breaking the box was so satisfying I wanted to do nothing else. Only destruction and destroy! Destroy! Yes! Take that, you box! Sorry. Not sure what just came over me. Anyway, now that the Rosebud was working, and I had some satisfying juice for attacking things, I moved forward with having the rose from the beginning spawn the Rosebuds into the world. The idea is that once you break free of the rose, it sends the Rosebud to bring you back to it. So once it was able to spit them out, I went ahead and worked on the opening cutscenes some more. Also, I was tired of switching back and forth between the test room and the start of the game, so I made a placeholder title screen. I'm not sure I like it, so feel free to let me know what you think of it in the comments. And yeah, I guess the rest of the time was just spent tweaking the dialogue system to get it to work with the cutscenes and stuff, so I won't bore you with that. Here's a quick playthrough of what I have so far. It It'll probably change a lot in the future, but part of the fun of this is that I get to record it like a little time capsule. And that's what 50 Days of Progress will get you. Thanks for watching to the end. If you saw the last video, you know I promised a reward for watching, and I didn't have it ready just then. I got it now though. I know, it's a bit excessive, but I wanted to thank everyone with the best thing imaginable. You get to play with Harper. Just press the like button to throw the toy. Go ahead,